Today we learn the chapter Success Leaves Clue from the book The One Thing by Gery Keller. In this chapter we will learn how one product, one service are the root of extraordinary companies, how there is always one person who helps you succeed, how one passion, one skill are the fundamental truth of success. So let's begin. One product, one service. Ross Garber says that there can only be one most important thing. Many things may be important, but only one can be most important. You need only one product or one service to excel from where you are to where you want to be in your business. We all see big companies and their extraordinary growth, but we don't see what makes this company extraordinary. These companies always been carrying one product or one service they are most known for, or that makes them the most money. Colonel Sanders started KFC with a single secret chicken recipe. The Adolph Coors company grew 1500% from 1947 to 1967 with only one product. Intel's vast majority of revenue is generated by microprocessors. Google, their one thing is search, which makes selling, advertising its key source of revenue. The list of businesses that have achieved extraordinary results through the power of one thing is endless. Even Apple created an environment where an extraordinary one thing can exist while transitioning to another extraordinary one thing. From 1998 to 2012, Apple's one thing moved from Mac to iMac to iTunes to iPod to iPhones. With the iPad already jockeying for the pole positioning at the head of the product line, as each new golden gadget entered the limelight, the other products weren't discontinued or relegated to the discount tables. Those lines plus others continued to be refined while the current one thing created a well-documented halo effect, making the users more likely to adopt the whole Apple product family. Gery Keller says, when you get the one thing, you begin to see the business world differently. If today your company doesn't know what its one thing is, then the company one thing is to find out. There is always one person who helps you succeed. The one thing is a dominant theme that shows up in different ways. Take the concept and apply it to people, and you'll see where one person makes all the difference. As a freshman in high school, Walt Disney took night courses at the Chicago Arts Institute and became the cartoonist for his school newspaper. After graduation, he wanted to be a newspaper cartoonist but couldn't get a job, so his brother Roy, a businessman and banker, got him work at an art studio. It was there he learned animation and began creating animated cartoons. When Walt was young, his one person was Roy. For Sam Walton, early on it was L.S. Robson, his father-in-law, who loaned him $20,000 he needed to start his first retail business, a Ben Franklin franchise store. Then when Sam was opening his first Walmart, Robson secretly paid a landlord $20,000 to provide a pivotal expansion lease. Albert Einstein had Max Talmud, his first mentor. It was Max who introduced a 10-year-old Einstein to key texts in maths, science and philosophy. Max took one meal a week with the Einstein family for 6 years while guiding young Albert. No one is self-made. Oprah Winfrey credits her father and the time she spent with him and his wife for saving her. She told Jill Nelson of the Washington Post magazine, "If I hadn't been sent to my father, I would have gone in another direction." Everyone has one person who either means the most to them or was the first to influence, train, or manage them. No one succeeds alone. No one. One passion, one skill are the fundamental truth of success. Look behind any story of extraordinary success and the one thing is always there. It shows up in the life of any successful business and the professional life of anyone successful. It also shows up around personal passions and skills. We each have passion and skills, but you'll see extraordinary successful people with one intense emotion or one learned ability that shines through, defining them or driving them more than anything else. General George S. Patton says, "You must be single-minded. Drive for the one thing on which you have decided." Often the line between passion and skills can be blurry. That's because they are almost always connected. Pat Matthews, one of the America's great impressionist painters, says he turned his passion for painting into a skill and ultimately a profession by simply painting one painting a day. Angel Amarco, Italy's most successful tour guide, says he developed his skills and ultimately his business from his singular passion for his country and the deep desire to share it with others. This is a storyline for extraordinary success stories. Passion for something leads to disproportionate time practicing or working at it. That time spent eventually translates to skill, and when skill improves, result improve. Better results generally lead to more enjoyment and more passion, and more time is invested. It can be a virtuous cycle all the way to extraordinary result. The author says, the one thing shows up time and again in the lives of successful because it's a fundamental truth. Applying the one thing to your work and in your life is the simplest and smartest thing you can do to propel yourself toward the success you want. So this was all about the video. If you liked it, then please hit the like button and subscribe the channel. Thank you.